And this is what he's put just about 19 minutes ago on his Twitter handle at I am Virat Kohli, V Kohli. Shame on people for trolling at Anushka Sharma non-stop. Have some compassion. She has always only given me positivity. And this is the huge billboard that he's put up on his Twitter handle. And like you were saying, Tina, very clearly it all started doing the rounds as just jokes on social media. And then it just started had a domino effect. And the trolling has been non-stop with Anushka Sharma, and very clearly Virat Kohli taking cognizance of that. There have been Twitter wars on the side for other reasons too, with Kohli in play for his stellar performance yesterday. Amitabh Bachchan and Andrew Flintoff also going into an exchange, and Andrew Flintoff getting the wrath of a lot of Amitabh Bachchan followers for a tongue-in-cheek remark. So there has been a lot. That's a lot has happened.
All in good humor.
Yeah, it was in good humor, but
between
this was in
Flintoff
bad taste,
and Senior Bachchan, all in good humor. But here what we are seeing is Virat Kohli really having to come out and bat for Anushka, because it's been vicious. And as I was discussing with Harani just a minute ago, we saw similar scenes also last year. It was just a year ago when the one-day international World Cup was going on. It was that one match in which Anushka Sharma went in person to watch Virat Kohli play. She was at the stadium. He failed to fire and the entire social media erupted at her. Interestingly, we didn't see a response from him on social media back then, but we are seeing one now very, very clearly.
Yes, but back then there was talk that both of them were very disturbed and very surprised and appalled, and we had even Anushka saying that, do you want me to stay away from watching matches? How can you attribute what is happening out in the middle only to me, and why make me the reason behind whatever success or failure of Virat Kohli out in the middle? So at that particular response did not, at that time there was no outburst on Twitter, but right now I think this is timely, and it's nice to see that Virat Kohli has stood up for Anushka Sharma, even though they might have parted ways or whatever, or might be getting back together. What happens with them personally is not a matter of concern to what happens on the cricket field, and it's good to see him standing up.
Yeah, he's taking these stands very often now, Anand, and it's really good to see that, because, let's not forget, even on International Women's Day, there was a very important tweet that had come in from Virat Kohli, and he being a role model for so many young men in the country, it was fabulous to see him come out there and tweet and say that I apologize for all those jokes and louts out there. Don't judge the rest of us on the basis of this. Happy Women's Day. Again, an extremely chivalrous, very gallant tweet from Virat Kohli back then. And again, we are seeing that here now, that he may, of course, that official relationship may be over as per reports, but he's coming out in defense of the lady who is being attacked viciously on social media.
Absolutely, and it's good to see him taking a stance, and he's doing it at the right time. He's doing it when the going is good for him. He's able to stand up and deliver for his country, and he's standing up for women who are facing a lot of ridicule and abuse on social media for no fault of theirs. And it's good that he's taken this position, and this will stand out. This will stand out. He needn't have done this, but it's good that he's done this. Because sometimes, the kind of abuse that people subject you to on social media can get to you, and it is unwarranted. And people like Virat Kohli standing up and saying, all right, for my performances, blame me, don't blame anybody else. Praise me, don't praise anybody else. And don't attribute, and you can mock at me, but don't mock at anybody else. And that's nice. That's good on him to have come out and said. Because see, we do pull up the, we as the media overall will praise a great performance, will criticize a poor one. But at no point in time do you mix what is somebody's personal life with what they're doing professionally as professionals out in the field. And that is something, that line needs to be drawn, and perhaps Virat Kohli has drawn that line today.
Yeah, what he's essentially said, Anand, is that, leave Anushka alone is what he's essentially saying. But I think you bring out a really important point, and that is the mark of the character of this man, because he needn't have done this. That's the most important thing. He was on a high, he was the toast of the nation last night. He really needn't have done this, but he's come out and done it, and it shows you what a class act he is even off the field.
Yes, the trolls can go up to whatever lengths. We saw what they tried to do with Dhoni and Taskin as far as the Bangladesh match was concerned. But there was no acidic response from the Indian cricket team except for delivering on the field and shutting them up. And then there was a response from Jadeja, Ravindra Jadeja, which just turned the tables around. But that was again tongue-in-cheek. That was all in good humor. This is tasteless. What is happening on social media with Anushka Sharma is tasteless, is needless, is unwarranted. Because you cannot do that, because you are yourself denigrating, the women in your life by abusing somebody who's got nothing to do with what performances be put out by one of the foremost professionals and one of the best players in the world out in the middle. You have good days, you have bad days. Now, would you have blamed somebody else had Virat Kohli not fired yesterday and had somebody else turned out a match-winning performance? No, you would have pinned the blame only on Virat Kohli. So you have to put your brickbats and your accolades directed towards the person who has achieved or underachieved on the field, not anybody else around him. And that is something which he has done. And like you said, it's good he's taken a position, because he needn't have, he has, and that's why it'll serve his legend a little more, that he stands up to issues that matter to him.
No question about that. No question about that. Celebrities, in modern times, in our times, celebrities are always going to be vulnerable to social media, because just about anybody can go out there and say whatever they want. But it's really good to see him come out and take a stand and really come out and defend Anushka Sharma. Thanks very much, Anand.